Hey gamers, make sure to click the link in the description right now if you want to get your official Nicobbq wooden holiday ornament, cause if you don't order by like next week, well, it's gonna be too late. Look at that block, you hit it and wow, a power up! Let's be honest, Mario games wouldn't be the same if it weren't for the amazing power-ups we can gather. The mushrooms, the flowers, the stars, these are all staples of the Mario universe. The thing is, with the dozens and dozens of Mario games that have been released throughout the years, some weird power-ups have been introduced too. A weird power-up isn't necessarily bad, but maybe it's just not the best idea ever, or maybe it's just way too specific to one single level, and that might be why it didn't make a comeback. Today, I want to talk about those weird power-ups and give them a chance to shine. So make sure to subscribe, hit the bell, and let's just jump into it. New Super Mario Bros. Wii was amazing when it first came out. After all, it was the first time 4 players could play a 2D Mario game all at once. Then, when the Wii U was released, Nintendo upped the ante by adding touch controls. Now, a 5th player could join you with the Wii U gamepad by placing some boost blocks all over the place. While it was way more fun to just troll people and place blocks to actually ruin their experience, if you played it the intended way, there was a power-up that was there just for that boost pad player. As you place some blocks and as players jump on them, a star meter is being filled, and once the meter is completely full, then the boost star appears. By tapping that purple glowing star, you become a deadly killing machine. Now, everything you'll touch will be instantly defeated, including the ones that normally cannot be killed, like the King Bills. This is a very powerful power-up, just not very useful now that the Wii U is dead and that the gamepad is gone. Oh well. I remember playing Super Mario Maker 2 every single day, trying out all of the levels you guys made back when it was super popular. Those were some fun times. And while the game may not be as cool today as it was before, there's still one very weird power-up that comes to mind when discussing this game. Introduced in the December 2019 legendary update, the Master Sword definitely wasn't something I was expecting to collect in a Mario game. Grabbing this sword turns Mario and his friends into Link. And as Link, you can now swing the sword, do a dash attack, fire some arrows, and throw bombs to destroy walls and defeat enemies. This power-up literally turns Mario into Link, and that is pretty epic. Obviously, this was some fan service for Zelda fans, and I really doubt we'll ever get to see this power again, but for what it was, I really enjoyed it. Maybe I'm just getting old, but I have to admit that I'm not the biggest fan of the chaotic action that happens when playing Super Mario 3D World with my friends. I just can't seem to see where I am or what I'm supposed to do, and this is why I prefer playing by myself. And then I stumble upon the double cherry, and there we go. Now I have to control multiple characters all at once. No! Look, the double cherry is cool, I like it. It creates a clone of yourself that you get to control. But besides the few levels where it's located, there's just no use to it. It doesn't make you more powerful, and your clones vanish as soon as they take damage. Sure, you can stand on platforms with big numbers and get green stars that way, but that's all there is to it. I'm not really surprised this power-up hasn't made a comeback yet, because its use is just very limited. Underwater levels aren't always fun, let's be honest, but there's a few power-ups that can make your experience under the sea better. Super Mario Bros. 3 introduced the frog suit, and while you wear it, look how fast you swim! That's kinda cool. The problem with this power-up is that once you get out of the water and start walking around with it, you quickly realize it's not really that convenient after all. Sure, the Mario Maker 2 variant allows you to run on the surface of the water, which is kinda cool, but I do think that the penguin suit is actually a way better power-up. It allows you to swim underwater like a champ, while allowing you to walk and run normally out of the water, as well as the ability to throw ice balls and slide fast on your belly. Sorry Frog Suit, you have met your match. While we're on the topic of weird wearable power-ups, can we discuss the Goomba shoe? Basically, it's a shoe that some Goombas walk inside of, and after you get rid of them, you get to enter the shoe and bounce around with it. Its main and only use, for that matter, is to be able to walk on spikes, munchers, and other hazards, which, don't get me wrong, is pretty cool, but there ain't that much spikes and munchers in Mario games. Plus, most of these hazards can usually be avoided by using simpler gliding or flying power-ups like the raccoon suit, the feather cape, and so on. The weirdest part is when this power-up came back in Mario Maker 2 and could now be all sorts of shoes, including high heels, or even high heels with wings. Now this is epic. Epically weird though. Earlier in the video, I discussed how playing as Link from The Legend of Zelda in the Mario series was weird, but pretty neat. Well, Super Mario Maker 1 on the Wii U had a power-up that was way better than that. Remember Amiibo? Those sweet figurines everyone was collecting at one point? Well, I certainly do, as you can tell. And those Amiibo were used quite a lot in Mario Maker. Scanning those would unlock some sprites, and these sprites could be used by the player with the power of the Mystery Mushroom. Look at the selection of characters you can play as. There's over 100 different sprites, and a lot of those were also unlocked by beating certain special event-based levels. And I'm missing quite a lot right now, so you can imagine the sky's the limit. You can play as Link, you can play as Samus, you can play as Mario, you can play as whoever that is. That was pretty cool. It's a shame this Mystery Mushroom didn't come back in the sequel, as it was amazing. Flying is one of the coolest things to do in Mario games, and there have been many ways of doing so over the years. Some ways are pretty cool, and others are kinda weird. This big yellow balloon is definitely the weirdest to me. The P balloon actually turns Mario into a balloon himself, inflating him and then making him float upwards. This is just so weird to me. It looks ridiculous. Sure, you're gonna tell me the Super Mario Maker 2 version was actually improved and quite cool, and yes, I agree with all of that. But let's take a moment to appreciate the sheer absurdness of what we're seeing right now. Fat Mario floating in the sky and farting to move left and right. This is weird and it will never get old. It is no surprise that the original Super Mario Bros. Game has had lots of re-release and ports over the years. After all, I did attempt to beat this game without touching a single coin in Super Mario Maker, and then on the NES, and then on the All-Stars pack, and some of you want me to play the Game Boy version now. That's ridiculous. Okay, I'm not doing that. But I bet a lot of you are not aware of the existence of a game called Super Mario Bros. Special that was developed for the PC 8801 and Sharp X1 series of computers. As you can tell by the graphics, this game isn't the best way to play Super Mario Bros. And while it looks weird, also sounds weird, this game does feature one power-up that's exclusive to it. The wing! With this power-up equipped, all of a sudden, Mario can swim in the sky. Look at him go! Whee! This power-up only goes for a very short amount of time, but think about it. Allowing Mario to swim in the sky? That's kinda weird, eh? Look, you cannot have a list of the weirdest Mario power-ups without including a power-up that has the word weird in its name. By beating the Nintendo World Championship levels in Super Mario Maker, you unlock the ability to place this oddity in your own levels. What does it do? Well, it turns you into a long and tall, almost Waluigi-esque version of Mario. In that new state, you can now jump super high, which is kinda cool, but I mean, look at Mario. This is cursed. This is nightmare fuel. I just don't want to see that anymore. Okay, let's move on. It's too weird for me. The new Super Mario Bros. Series has had many cool power-ups over the years. The propeller mushroom, the penguin suit, the blue shell, the acorn, but there is one that is just weird. When New Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe was first announced, we were all wondering what novelty this port would bring to the table. Well, it allowed us to play as Toadette for one, but then it introduced a new power-up called the Super Crown. So the weird thing here is that only Toadette can collect the crown, and getting it will turn her into Peachette. I wish I was making this all up. Here's Princess Peach, and here's Peachette. They are two separate characters and totally not related. At least that is what Nintendo wants us to believe. I still don't know what they were thinking when creating this character. Why couldn't Toadette have her own Super Toadette power-up? Why did she have to turn into a clone of Peach? I don't know. This is by far the weirdest game design choice ever made in a Mario game, thus meaning the Super Crown is also by far the weirdest power-up ever. Thanks a lot for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, well, make sure to subscribe and to smash like. Tap the cards on screen for more videos, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!